to adapt our ideas to an existing design. One thing I learned is you can't plan for everything, so you should plan for that. One of the major hurdles we had were space constraints. When we started the project, we had hoped to finish the fabrication and mechanical aspects of the project and start working on the controls. One of the reasons that we didn't get that far is we run into some issues with the existing design. What was happening is a lot of the pins are bunching up where the paddles go to pick them up, and it was jamming. So we developed a ramp system so that only one pin or maybe a couple pins got to the paddles at one time. We also had tons of problems with not enough space. We had to work our designs around those issues.
Okay, this is our 4th semester project. It's bowling alley number 2. It's quarter scale bowling alley. We're trying to keep it as simple as possible with as few moving parts as possible. When we inherited the project, it had the frame and the lanes were done. The pin setter here had been fabricated, and just this part of the lift and conveyor were finished.
So after the ball is thrown, the ball comes down, knocks the pins over, and on this ramp here, the pins go down the ramp, and the ball will stop from this rail here, and we just need to add an air hose or something to give the ball a little push. So here's just to simulate it. And it'll go down the ramp. The ramp is underneath the bowling alley, and it'll just keep rolling and rolling. So when the pins fall down the ramp right here, the pins will go down the ramp, fall down onto this bottom conveyor. There's 2 side walls. There's one over here and on the other side. And there's this back wall right here, so the pins can't fall off the conveyor. And the conveyor will always be running when it's on. So here the pins will be right there, and then we'll turn it on. And the pins will fall down into this little catcher here and go up onto the paddles.
Okay, so we have the pins coming up the lift here. When they get to this point here, these plastic pieces here called kickers will push the pin off, and given the placement and the width of this funnel, the weight of the pin will direct it bottom first onto this ramp. This ramp will divert it to the first slot of the tray. The next pin comes up, same thing happens, goes on top of the pin that's already there. The bars will rotate and push it to the next open slot, and then it falls in. Okay, so once all the pins are in position with each slot filled, we're going to have pushers that are going to be some machine blocks that will fit in here that will hold the neck of the pin. On the bottom, I plan on making 2 pieces so that once a pin is there, the top will come down on top of the pin and fill in this gap here so that the pins don't end up riding on like that and getting jammed. Then they'll be split into 3 groups. The middle 3 will be one group, and then 2 on each end will be the other 2, and it'll be a pneumatic that will push them into the slots and deliver them to the pin setter.
Once the pins are in the designated holders on the top, They'll be pushed down into their designated lanes. They'll slide down first into the bottom 3 areas, and that'll be allowed to drop. And later there will be a mechanical arm that will swing plates up so that the pins are allowed to drop through the holes on the top part of the plate.